Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
The creature turns its eyes to each of you.
So you have chosen death.
Its eyes focus on you. Magic rays shine out. You're blasted against the wall and you are slowed down.
Tokas leaps, whips out his lightning lure.
Your whip wraps around the goth. You pull it down to your level.
I'd like to make a sugar bomb attack.
The goth reels back. It's blinking, trying to shake this powder out of its eyes.
8 piercing damage.
So you load your crossbow and take one shot straight through its central eye. You see a small pile of treasures.
Guys, I could mage hand these things.
Do we want an item of reverse gravity?
Reversed gravity rope. Well, let's go back to town then.
You spend the rest of the day journeying towards Nenept and arrive triumphantly in the city.
Do we go around rubbing it in people's faces? Guess who's iron now? You thought we'd never amount to anything. We go to all our old neighbors and friends and thought we would never amount to anything. We rub it in their faces.
And those who are riding by, random people in the crowd or people on the streets who aren't facing us, we ride up behind them and go, ha ha! And they make them jump. Ha ha, we are triumphant.
We slayed the beast. The kingdom is safe.
Okay, well, you still need to make your report at the Sapphire Saber.
That's the first place we go. And we bring back the little eye stalk goggles that I created as proof of our victory.
Anyone who gets in the way, we push them out of the way on our path to victory.
Or we scare them with the googly eyes.
Or we scare them, yeah.
Out of the way, this is guild business. We start giving the guild a really bad reputation.
So we ride up to the guild, we tether our mounts, and then we go up to the right place.
Yeah, wasn't one of the reasons we originally joined the guild because we wanted to be vigilantes and it gave us some manner of those rights? It gave us sort of some minor privileges.
At your rank, it allows you privileges essentially equal to town guard.
At iron or at bronze?
Oh, at iron?
At bronze.
Oh, wow.
Iron's basically the same thing.
Okay.
It doesn't start getting more advanced until you hit steel.
All right.
But this is a milestone for us, Thane. You're it's basically the same thing.
Well, in terms of your privileges within Ormog,
The town. Okay.
it's basically the same.
They're filthy iron. I guess at least you're not bronze scum, but you're still boot scum. Because remember, bronze members are also referred to as boot scum, so what are iron members called?
Probably boot leather. We are, though, it's almost like we're town guards, except we just don't get paid for being town guards.
Yeah,
so.
we're volunteers.
Yeah.
Freelancers.
It's a privilege.
Well, let's turn in that report, shall we, cadets?
Yeah, let's mosey on in there. And Tokas has written up a 10-page report on a battle report, if you will.
I slam it on the table, or I slam it on the bar table.
Read it and weep, the Drake!
I think you'll like what you read in here.
Check it out.
Actually, you could just skim it, but that is our full report.
Yeah, if you want, we can just give you the basic rundown here.
So you've finished the mission then?
Aye.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Looks good.
And Stripey slides a little Cliff Notes version of Tokas' 10-page report onto the bar. It's just one scrap of paper. And
it's just
with
paw
two
prints.
thumbs up. Yeah.
Bullet points, but next to the bullet points are scratches and paw prints.
Well, I'm glad to see you could handle it. I will convene the council tomorrow morning, and we will meet together, deliberate, and if all goes well, you should receive your new rank tomorrow.
There's a possibility they say no?
Well, if you read through the procedures...
Which we definitely did before we signed all that paperwork.
What's the fine print, Drake?
Once you have been given your test and completed it, then all of the members who provided and approved the test, so myself and the 3 who I chose, will vote to decide whether the applicants will advance or not.
Well, are they going out tonight? Maybe we could get them a drink or something.
Little inter-guild bribery.
Yeah, maybe we could make sure they're super hungover and have headaches and are in a bad mood tomorrow morning. That would be helpful.
When they have to grade us. You know what, Drake? You've been so awesome, and like Tokas tries to turn on his swagger that he doesn't have. You've been great. In fact, let me go ahead and make a charisma roll here.
I'd advise against that.
All right, so that is a 2, which is a 0. And like Tokas tries to lay it on thick, like, Drake, man, you're my favorite barkeep, and like he's just totally, you see through it, I imagine.
Yeah, he actually hates you worse now.
You're very obviously attempting flattery and flattering him in all the wrong ways.
Like, yeah, man, you've been putting on. You look terrible.
Have you been putting on weight?
Yeah. Wait, I said that backwards. I'm sorry. I'm still getting over the reverse gravity. Listen, we got some magical items we want to turn in, so we're going to go do that. See ya.
Later.
All right, be sure to be there at 10 bells.
We will. 10 precisely.
10 bells.
At Council Chamber B.
Okay. 10 bells, Council Chamber B. Got it. I always forget where I parked my car. I love that they have those little letters and numbers up on the big signs so that you can remember. 10B. We're going to parking spot 10B.
Got it.
No, it's at 10 bells at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, whatever the Drake. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought he was talking about the time.
Slam the door in his face.
Why do we have to report in there? Are they going to interview us?
Yeah, they're going to make a determination on our ranks.
We have to, stand there and, look all official, act like we're military or something. We're all like, yes, sir?
Yeah, and be interrogated.
Yeah, it's like reporting for court.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to press my suit tonight.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Your suit of armor.
Set of clothes that you own.
My one suit, yeah. Which suit did you think I was talking about? But let's turn in those magic items, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I reluctantly remove my armor, and I tell the person at the magic item station, I say, I really, really hope that this armor produces muffins. So if there's anything you could do to help it.
Well, actually, can you remove it? Because we thought it might be cursed. Can he actually peel it off his skin?
Oh, yeah. Am I able to take it off?
Does it take your skin with it?
Yeah, it comes off fine.
Okay, yeah, I can take it off.
Okay.
So it's 10 gold to identify a magic item at bronze level, and at steel level it's free, but while I didn't write anything for iron level, I think it would make sense to cut it in half, so it'll be 5 gold if you wait till you're iron to get your items identified.
Yeah, maybe we should wait. Can't we also maybe figure it out on our own?
Let's wait.
So 10 gold at bronze, 5 gold at iron, and free at...
That's
It's
steel.
steel.
Yeah, so maybe we wait till tomorrow.
Or maybe we wait till we're steel and try to just figure out what it does on our own.
Man.
And it'll probably take a few days too.
Identifying it will take a few days.
Yeah, giving it to them to identify, you have to wait in line, and basically
Yeah.
they'll get around to it.
We've figured out what magic items do before, just at our own peril.
Yeah, but those were basic candles and cook pots and fire bowls, not actual armor and stuff.
I say we still play around with them, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, stand right there, Shabba, and Tokas not his, but I'll put the gauntlets on. And I'll say, don't move.
How about, if you're going to do this, go to the training room.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we go to the training room.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stand up against the wall and say, all right, web me.
Wait, what?
All right, I take out the wand, and I point it at Shabba, and I say, Avada Kedavra.
Dang, dude, that's harsh.
Just seems like the kind of magic word that someone might say if they're trying to shoot webs out of a wand.
Make an Arcana check.
Wouldn't it be Arachnus Paconus or something?
Probably.
I feel like it needs to have a spider theme.
Yeah.
Arcana of 14.
You try out several of the magic phrases and words that you know, swinging the wand around, pointing it at him, and trying all of the things you're familiar with. Finally, you find one that triggers it, related to spiders and webs and such. And this gigantic spider web bursts forth and covers Shabba and the wall and floor to ceiling.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome! Look, guys, I can't even get out. Look, I'm stuck. So cool, guys. I'm stuck against the wall. Isn't this great?
I run over and start tickling him.
No, don't do
This is great. Awesome.
You have to stop it.
All right, now Shabba, make a strength save to try to break out.
I can't. I literally cannot get out of this thing.
Well, I'm pretty tired. Azlo, aren't you tired too? Let's go. Hey, Stripey, why don't you come with us? Let's all go to bed.
Yeah, let's go grab a snack.
Wait, guys, come back.
We'll see you in the morning.
Guys, come back. I can't get out of this thing, seriously.
All right, hang on. Let's not waste this opportunity. And while he's plastered against the wall, put on the gauntlets, and I'm going to give Shabba a nice 1-2 right in the gut.
Okay, this isn't fun anymore. Guys, seriously.
Do I get to roll an attack roll?
So it behaves as the web spell.
Okay.
All right, just saved ourselves 5 gold there.
It fills up a 20-foot cube of webs.
What was the keyword? Was it something like Arachnus Bellacalarmus or something?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that?
I feel like the first word has to be Arachnus.
It is now.
Sure.
But then, you make up a different second word every time.
Range 60 feet, 20-foot cube.
Web is one of the most I was watching a YouTube video the other day, just to give you the context of this comment, and it was the top 20 or 25 underrated spells in D&D. Web was number 3.
Wow.
Because it's easily learned early on, and it's not a waste of a spell learning later in the game. I can't remember exactly why. It has something to do with just how the spell works. Yeah, you're a DM, Thane. You probably could understand why they really like web.
It's definitely a good crowd control and sometimes utility exploration spell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the video had a crowd control theme to it. That's what it was. It was literally the top crowd control spells of D&D thing. So, and Hideous Laughter was one of them. It was one of the best ones apparently. Low level.
Hypnotic Pattern seems pretty cool too. I've never actually seen it used to great effect, but it seems like it would be good for that. What is it, Brian? What does it say under web for? Do they have to make a save to not be trapped by it, or
Strength check to break out.
Dex save to not be restrained.
Okay.
Oh, so if they are under the web, they have to strength check to break through the web, and then they have to dex to walk over the web. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's if you start your turn in the webs or enter them, then you make a dex save. If you fail, you're restrained. If you succeed, I guess you're fine.
So when you're the restrained status is when you need to make a strength check.
Yeah, and once you're restrained, you make a strength check to escape.
Interesting. And then you're back to dex saving as long as you move through it.
Yeah, well, you may only make the dex save once per round.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Someone should put on those gauntlets and do something that requires dexterity.
I was gonna punch you, Shabba.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I did sock him right in the gut. What happens?
First off, as you pull the second gauntlet on, you feel your muscles tense up and your shirt and your armor kind of feel tight underneath you.
Ooh. Tokas, you're looking awfully muscular there. Have you been working out?
Shabba, just take it like a man.
Have you been doing extra push-ups?
And I release a punch right into his gut.
Ow. That hurts more than when you usually punch me, Tokas.
You're still unfazed.
No, that hurt. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, if you're doing an actual attack.
Yeah, I want to do an actual attack.
Okay.
We're in town. You'll heal yourself. It's fine.
Shabba takes 5 points of damage.
Ow.
Nice. Oh, I rolled an 18.
I'm going to try to make a strength save to get out of this web.
Wait, how much did I deal?
You did 5 points of damage.
Of unarmed damage?
I got a 17 on my strength save.
Okay, you can break out.
All right. I get out of the web and I'm like, ow, man, that was a really solid punch, Tokas. Good job. I'm rubbing my stomach.
You do feel noticeably stronger, a lot stronger.
Wow.
Like gauntlets of ogre strength or something.
Yeah, what is your strength,
Yeah.
Tokas? Isn't it a 17, 16?
My strength is a 14, actually. I'm not all that strong.
Oh, a 14. Okay, wow. Yeah, these must be gauntlets of something, some creature's strength. But what creature that is, we'll never know unless we get it identified.
How much stronger do I feel with them on?
Would you say
do
maybe
I feel
4
more like a
points stronger?
16? Or an 18?
Not going to tell you exactly.
Okay, those we probably need to get identified.
We gotta shell out the gold.
Yeah.
Give us a ballpark within like the ones place range there.
Or I could just be left in the dark and just use them. These are cool. I don't really want to let them go. They're mine.
It might get a bit tedious trying to keep track of that unknown stat increase, though.
That's very true. I think that's worth the 5 gold. And you know what? Since I'm probably going to be using them, why don't I don't have very much money. It's whatever. I'll front it.
All right.
I'll pay for the gauntlets.
And then what was the third item?
Amulet.
Amulet, that's right.
With a blood red stone.
So we'll definitely have to get that.
I'll try putting the amulet on.
You begin to suffocate.
You turn into a dragon.
You don't feel anything
Okay.
when you put it on.
Let's see. Someone shoot something at me.
Gladly.
Jinx.
Wait, hold on.
Both Tokas and I level our weapons at you.
Yeah, I'll shoot a fire vial.
Someone else from the next training area over shoots at you also.
Okay.
I wasn't talking to you.
With stripy Hoxalugi at him.
All right, I take a shot at Azlo. I rolled a 2.
I will also shoot at Azlo. Oh, I rolled a natural 1. Dang it.
Guys, I think the amulet's working. It's increasing my armor class or something.
I just missed.
Amulet of missile deflection.
Tokas, let's take another volley.
Wait, no, I was kidding. Don't shoot me again.
All right, here we go.
That's a 22.
Round 2. Ooh.
And I mark Azlo as my prey.
That was...
No, wait, I only have 9
Quite a
hit
bit
points
better.
left. Seriously.
That is a 20.
I deal exactly 9 and drop Azlo to 0.
Okay.
All right, and another 2 points from me.
Azlo collapses to the ground unconscious.
Oh, man.
Guys, I don't have cure wounds anymore. So I think we just made an oopsie, Tokas.
Well, we're
Oh, yeah,
in
I'm
the
unconscious.
guild. Somebody here knows first aid.
Is there a cleric around? Is there a healer? Please,
I'll make my first
somebody
death save.
help! Our friend has died!
Actually, you won't.
I won't, because I'm exactly at 0.
Not because of that, but as he's lying on the ground, you see that the blood that from the wound starts to clot up, and he ceases bleeding.
What? What? Is this an amulet of natural healing?
Regeneration.
Regeneration.
Maybe it's just an amulet of
stabilizing?
like,
Of stabilization. Yeah. How many hit points does Azlo feel like he has?
He's unconscious.
Yeah, if you could give me a ballpark in the like ones place range.
We might need this one also identified, Shabba.
Yeah. I mean, he. In fairness, he asked us to shoot him, right? I mean, it sounded like he was waving his arms and saying something else toward the end there. He might have been saying, yeah, please definitely shoot me again.
Do it again, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, I was just doing... I mean, he's my boss, right? He's our boss. We have to do what he says. So even if we're not exactly sure that what he's saying is what we think that he's saying. But anyway, we should probably get him to a medic, I think. So... I'll pick up Azlo and we'll carry him around and shout, "Hey, anybody around here know how to cure people? Anybody?
We got a dying friend here.
Yeah, we accidentally died our boss.
We were doing some training exercises.
Yeah, training accident. It went training gone wrong.
One of these training instructors walks over, takes a look at him.
Oh yeah, I just took a level in cleric last week. He'll be fine.
He looks over his wounds and says, "We took a beating there, but I think he'll be fine. He should wake up in a few hours or so."
Oh, a few hours. All right. Well,
I don't remember how long it actually takes to wake up when you're stable.
but he's not dying or anything, Mr. Instructor.
No, he should be fine. He'll pull through.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for that nonchalant answer.
And then you roughhouse him and sling him over your shoulder and we
Yeah.
go on our way.
Yeah, we take his key card to his extra-dimensional room and go, toot, and bring him in and toss him on the bed and say, "Sweet dreams, Azlo, we got a big day tomorrow."
It's the pins that you wear.
Yeah. Rest up, good buddy.
Yeah, I'll also sign off and sign into my room too.
Yeah, and then I'll go into my room, Stripey.
Okay, as you stop by Azlo's room...
It's been ransacked.
Extra dimensionally.
There's a note from the extra-dimensional cult.
Oh no, there's a care pack on the bed. It's like a little Easter basket.
You see a large brown paper package has been left inside the room, sitting on the floor.
I knew it. It was something good.
Is it tied up with string?
It is tied up with string.
Wow, sweet.
That's the other campaign that we're making all the Sound of
Yeah,
Music
that's right.
jokes, references.
We have to take that one back.
Yeah, our bonus campaign specifically for our wonderful patrons, by the way, is what that is referring to.
Patrons of our Patreon, which is at patreon.com/damageguild.
Go check it out.
Yep, and if you want to listen to that extra adventure, you have to consider signing up.
If you want to hear all of the Sound of Music references.
Yes, it's a real thrill.
You're missing out.
We actually just reenact the entire movie, start to finish.
Yeah. Plus lots of great jokes about the Sound of Music.
There's nothing on the package to indicate who might have sent it.
It's a birthday present, Azlo. Open it.
Or it's a bomb. I'm unconscious.
Is it addressed to Azlo because it's at his room?
There's no writing anywhere.
Tokas.
Let him open it. It's his gift, Shabba.
Is it in his room or on his doorstep?
It's in his room because you.
Oh yeah, because the same door changes to everybody's room. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's wrap his arms around it so that when he wakes up, he'll be embracing his brown paper package.
Well, actually, Shabba, you know what we could do? We could kind of puppeteer his fingers and, like, it's still Azlo that's opening it, but maybe we get to see it first.
I like the cut of your jib there, Tokas. I like where you're going with this. Yeah, I'm into it.
So I will make a sleight of hand check
with your brute gauntlets on.
To open. No, I take the gauntlets off, and my other gauntlets off. Am I wearing double gauntlets when I wore those?
Oh, wait, do you have a second pair of magic gloves?
Just for his armor.
No, I'm just saying my normal armor had gauntlets incorporated, didn't it?
Well, these would replace those.
All right.
Yeah, you'd have to put these on underneath.
Well, I take off all of the gloves I'm wearing.
Yeah, this had to go on underneath your Violapult, too.
That's true. We'll figure it out later. All right, so sleight of hand check. Ooh, 19? 20.
Okay. I'd say that means that Azlo opens that package.
Yeah, but he opens it. I'm just pulling the strings.
That's exactly what I just said. Azlo opens that package.
So, no, he's pulling the strings and you're pulling his hand to pull the string.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you open the package, and inside you find 3 sets of black robes. 1 large and 2 small. Each one bears a barely visible insignia in dark red over the left breast and has dark red lining in the hood.
Oh, I think I know what these are.
As you look through the clothes, a scrap of paper slips out and falls to the floor.
Oh, she came through for us. She came through.
Oh, yeah.
Pick up that piece of paper and give it a little read.
Sure.
The paper contains a short message. Pardel, Oakfeld, the Felled Oak. Next new moon, midnight. And then in quotes, the brilliant dawn follows the deepest night.
Oh my. I check my sundial. When is the next new moon?
It's basically the full moon right now, so you've got 2 weeks.
Where is Pardel?
Pardel is southwest of Waspel, and also borders the Iron Fang tribe.
Uh-oh. Are we going straight into a war zone?
Yep, orcs.
Waspel is being invaded currently.
Yes.
So you'd have to pass through that if you were to go on foot.
Holy
to
shnikes.
get into Pardel.
How do we go on not foot?
Yeah, I was going to say, what other choice do we have?
You're right at the bay. You could take a ship, potentially.
We could.
We might have to do that.
We also have 2 weeks to get there, so...
That's true. Pardel Oakfeld, the Felled Oak. Next new moon, midnight. The brilliant dawn follows the deepest night.
Felled Oak, that must be the name of the inn or meeting place?
Must be.
Or it's near Pardel and Oakfield, and there's a downed tree.
Well, it's capitalized, so I think that's a place name.
Well, maybe it's a very important downed tree, Shabba.
You know, that Felled Oak of legend?
Why would you name your tavern the Felled Oak?
Because maybe you like oak trees that aren't standing up anymore.
Well, notice that it's Oakfield and Felled Oak.
Oakfeld.
Oakfeld and Felled Oak.
Oakfeld and
That's spelled
the
F-E-L-D.
Felled Oak.
Yeah, so maybe you would name your tavern the Felled Oak because you're in a place called Oakfeld, and you want to stay on theme.
That's like the neighborhood
Yeah.
of Pardel.
No, well, Pardel's probably
Okay.
the kingdom, and Oakfeld is the town in the kingdom.
Ah, there you go.
And the Felled Oak is the place in the town in the kingdom.
Brilliant dawn follows the deepest
And the brilliant
night.
dawn follows the deepest night is a nice haiku that they've written for us, just to inspire us.
I think that's just a metaphor for the world at large, in which the
okay.
kingdom
Let's just-
lies.
Let's ignore that part altogether.
Yeah, I don't think that's important. It doesn't seem, since it's in quotes, it probably you can probably skim over that.
Yeah.
So
It's just the flavor text.
yeah,
It's flavor text. It's in italics too, right?
Yeah, nobody except for is it a Spike or a Johnny or a who reads the flavor text?
It's probably a Timmy thing.
Yeah.
But listen. These are coordinates, Shabba. Pardell Oakfeld, the felled oak. The time is the next new moon at midnight. The key word to let them know that we're one of them is the brilliant dawn follow the deepest night.
That was my assumption, is that it's like some kind of passphrase.
Yep. She did come through for us.
I think she even mentioned a password or a passphrase
Okay.
when we talked to her.
Yeah.
Because they think that when the Emperor is raised from the dead, that it'll be like a dawn and that we're in the deepest night or something.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I throw mine on. Hi, how do I look, Shabba?
You look scary, like a cultist.
Yeah, I put the hood over.
You look like I want to kill you. If I didn't know it was you, I would probably slash out.
Oh, no, it's me. I pulled the hood back.
Phew,
It's
I
me.
thought you were a cultist. Oh, thank goodness.
Is that convincing?
Close one.
Oh, what if we... this would be a great prank. Is he still asleep?
Azlo, you wake up while they're talking about this.
Oh, no. I was going to say we put him in his clothes.
I quickly get on the other robe and we both stand over his bed with our
Yeah.
arms folded.
I pull out my sword and put it to your throat. You cultist.
No. We put him in his new robes, too, but we're all in the robes.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to see his reaction.
Aha, while you were knocked out,
No, I turned into a cultist while I was asleep.
you became a cultist in your sleep.
Do we have one for Stripey, too?
Dang it. No, there are only 3. But I could probably sew one up real quick if I had the correct fabric. I should ask Almar Veckling if he's got this type of fabric anywhere in his stores.
You do note that insignia that I mentioned is very detailed. It's hard to see at a distance, but it's like one single dark red thread woven in this pattern throughout it.
Okay.
It would be hard to replicate without a skilled seamstress or tailor.
Well, nobody would be paying attention to Stripey that closely anyway.
I'll touch the insignia. Do I sense any dark magic? I make an arcana check.
Pretty sure it's just an insignia to be recognized by.
You sense a thread count of at least 300, Tokas.
Oh. I just got a 20! I got a natty 20!
Wow.
Yeah, you can't detect magic with Arcana, unfortunately. You also don't see that the symbol itself has any sort of magical significance.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Not a wasted roll.
We do have a wand of detect magic.
That's true.
No, I don't think the robes themselves are magical. I just wanted to know if the insignia did anything. All right, well, let's get some shut-eye.
By the way, who's holding the wand of detect magic?
Not me. I don't have anything written down on my character sheet.
I was going to say, too, we should make sure we divvy up the other items as well. Although I guess we're going to pay for some of them to be identified tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I have the iron plate armor pieces and the gauntlets.
Do you have all that marked down on your character sheet?
Yeah, and I think so.
The Wand of Webs, I was thinking I already have an AoE effect.
So do I.
Tokas kind of does too. You do too?
I have a spike growth spell that I just learned at this level.
Oh, yeah.
Spike growth plus web.
Yeah, actually, web would be good because spike growth had no utility whatsoever in this last combat because he was flying. So against flying creatures,
Yeah.
web might be a little bit more, have some more efficacy.
Well, web needs anchor points.
Oh, it only affects people on the ground. So you can't, like, web something flying towards you.
Either on the ground or between floor and ceiling.
Well, we don't always fight flying monsters. Just the last couple
Sure.
big fights, they've been flying.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bosses tend to fly, but that's beside the point. We'll be fine.
Put that on a t-shirt. Bosses tend to fly.
We'll figure out something. Maybe I'll use Thane's trick, try to find an anchor and drag him to the ground again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can take something, but I don't know who should have it. Everybody has an AoE effect.
I can stomp my boots.
Yeah, to be fair, well, yeah, I guess I have 2 now, so
Okay.
one of you should take it.
Do you want it, Tokas?
Take what?
The Wand of Webs, bruh.
But it doesn't use spell slots. Why not just have you have it?
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a magic item in kind of a while.
Then you should take it.
You guys handle it. I've got so many things going on with my latest kit. I don't need new things.
You got the lucky rabbit's foot, which you didn't use on any of your saving throws or anything.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, you have been forgetting the rabbit foot, but that's okay. Well, we gave you the rabbit foot because you needed a bonus action to do besides Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, lucky rabbit's foot is once per day. I should remember that.
Like, I've got tons of things that are going on with my bonus actions. I got bonus actions on bonus actions.
Okay, so I will add the wand.
Okay. The gauntlet and the amulet we think we're going to have checked out?
Yeah. I'll pay for the gauntlets to get inspected.
Okay. If the amulet works the way I think it does, then it would probably be best for me to have them since I'm the healer.
Mm-hmm.
Have it since I'm the healer. So I'll pay for that one.
Okay. And then, of course, I will pay for my studded leather armor.
How would they feel if I give them 50 silver pieces instead of 5 gold?
Perfectly fine.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this is half price, isn't it? Or no, we're going to wait. We were going to wait, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, you still have to wait till tomorrow to actually do all this.
Right.
Yeah. Let's stop. And I snatch the gold out of their hands. Their greedy, greedy guild hands.
You're still in Azlo's room.
Yeah, we're in Azlo's room.
Okay, good. Snatch it out of my hand that was considering giving it away. Put it back in my money sack.
I expect we should get some shut-eye so we can be all rested up for our big ceremony tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Ceremony, as I believe it is pronounced in some parts of this world.
All sleeping solo, sleeping alone. No sleeping together tonight, Shabba. I'm sorry.
No, I'll lay in Azlo's bed so that he is spooning me, so that I'm the little spoon and Azlo's the big spoon. And I say, Tokas, come on. Come on, don't you want to get a good night's sleep? We can all just huddle together for warmth and have sweet dreams of defeating Goths.
You could leave Stripey in here. I'm going to go sleep alone.
No, I'll go back to my room.
Remember, it is 5 silver a night in your rooms that you're staying in.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I need to deduct that.
We should just buy a place.
You already did.
We should get another one.
One that hasn't been tracked down already.
Yeah, we should sell Azlo's place and buy, like, a safe house. All right, I'll pay 5 silver.
Make the tower your safe house.
Oh, yeah, the tower could be our safe house. That's a good idea.
We already have enough enemies that are trying to chase us down. We really should invest in a safe house.
We should.
You don't think an extra dimensional space is safe enough?
No, it's very safe, but it costs 5 silver pieces a night. That adds up.
Well, that's the price for safety. We don't stay here all the time.
It's 15 gold a month. That's a very high rent. I could probably rent a place in Azlo's district for a quarter of that price.
Shabba, we need to rest. We just battled a giant balloon eyeball monster, okay? Just chill out. I need to get my spell slots back,
all right,
okay?
So
all one of them that I spent. Well, and my hex.
I need to regenerate my stone's endurance, too.
Yeah, like, just lay off.
Okay.
Azlo needs to rest. We need our beauty sleep, okay?
All right, let's go to bed.
As Tokas, takes off his wig and...
You retire to your separate rooms. However, Tokas, as you get back into your room, you notice something has been left for you as well. There is a small envelope bearing the seal of the Ormog Alchemist Guild.
I taste it.
It tastes like paper.
Ooh, yummy.
All right. Okay. Well, I gingerly... I tear it open, and...
Okay.
And it says what? What does it say? What does it say?
Obey your thirst for adventure. The Damage Guild Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Bet you didn't expect to be hearing my voice right now. I hope you've been enjoying listening to the show as much as we enjoy recording it. The show's continuation is made possible in large part thanks to the support of our patrons. If you've enjoyed this campaign and would like to hear us play another campaign together, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/damageguild, where we've made available a sizable collection of bonus episodes, including a whole new campaign where we each take turns running one adventure at a time as the DM. We also have quarterly get-togethers with our patrons online, where you can ask us questions, hang out, and talk about all sorts of things live and in person. At least as in person as an online video chat can be. Alternatively, if you're interested in buying some fancy dice or dice accessories at a nice discount and supporting us in the process, check out metallicdicegames.com and use the promo code DGP10 for 10% off your whole order. Jay and Sean have both gotten some really nice dice from them and had fun showing them off to everyone. Personally, I've been eyeing some of their gemstone dice. Having dice carved from amethyst, tiger's eye, or aquamarine would give me something beautiful to look at while I wait for the players to make up their minds. And you all know how long that can take. Remember, that's metallicdicegames.com, promo code DGP10. And if you decide that none of that is for you, we're grateful for your continued dedication to listening to the show each episode all the same. It really does mean a lot to us. And now, on with the show.
This is the Damage Guild Podcast.
The envelope contains a couple of pieces of paper with the following writing. Contained within are results for the studies commissioned previously. With regards to the ash, aside from faint traces of lingering necromantic magic, the ash behaved normally in all tests. No dangerous properties were discovered, and no information on the source of the ash could be gained. The hair had no extraordinary properties. The blood showed hints of unusual coagulation and faint traces of magic. Once it was observed to have moved slightly within its container when left in the dark overnight. All unusual properties ceased once the residual magic faded, which took no longer than 10 days from the time of receipt, and the blood once again behaved as ordinary blood.
That's it? And Tokas, flips through the...
Second page, much smaller, has a separate message. Your guild dues for the past month are overdue. Please make your payment of 10 gold coins as soon as possible.
Why did I want to be an alchemist? And Tokas is, seriously frustrated and having one of those moments where he's like, why did I get all that stuff tested? It gave us nothing! Nothing. And I throw the letter I crumple the letter and I throw it across the room into the trash bin and score.
I realized it had been a long time since you put those in for testing, and...
Yeah, out of character, what were those things from?
It was from the very beginning almost of our adventure.
Are you serious?
No, this was from, so the ash was from a zombie dog that you burnt in a fire on your way back from the cultist cave, where you disrupted the cauldron.
I wanted to see if it was weaponizable.
Oh.
The hair and blood were both from Iris, the woman that you found in the abandoned town.
Who we thought was patient 0.
Yeah, but it was just normal blood. Wait a minute. Wait. And Tokas runs to the trash bin and uncrumples the paper. No, wait.
They said the blood had magical properties.
No. I reread the part about the blood. Shabba, you're not in this part. Get out of my head. And I reread the part about the blood. What does it say again?
Here, I'll put this one into the chat too.
I shouldn't have thrown this away. We did spend a ton of money on this. I shouldn't have thrown away this report.
It actually wasn't all that expensive.
I like how he put it on. I know who wrote me this, by the way. The other page, your guild dues are overdue. I know who wrote that. I know it. Anyway, we're not going to talk about him right now. The blood showed hints of unusual coagulation and faint traces of magic. Once it was observed to have moved slightly within its container when left in the dark overnight. But all unusual properties ceased once the residual magic faded. Now, riddle me this. Those zombies we were dealing with, can we fast forward to the next day? I want to talk to my brethren.
Sure.
Okay.
Brethren, huh?
We all sleep, and I'm going to bring them the crumpled note in the morning. But before, maybe we meet up 8 or something. I don't know, when do we get up?
Yeah, let's meet up at 8.5 bells.
Yeah, get some hash browns or something.
Where they just stop it ringing halfway through.
Yeah. Well, that's 8.5 bells, boys. No, they just cut a bell in half. 8.5.
8 physical bells and a half bell.
Funny, these bells don't work like they used to.
Instead of ringing them, they just lay them out on the street in the middle of the town square. No, can't you see it's 8.5 bells? They're lying right there.
I don't know where they get the budget for these half bells, but anyway. Listen, guys. I got the report back. Remember that experiment I sent to the materials to be experimented on by the Alchemist Guild forever ago?
No, quite frankly, I do not.
Nope.
Do not recall.
Not really.
Okay, well, check it out. And I share the note with them, even though it's crumpled.
Okay. So Iris was the patient 0 that we thought was patient 0.
But maybe she is, because okay, maybe the blood does go back to normal, but I don't remember that being the case. Remember, like, the sludge around the well, right? That was like maybe we assume like a blood mixture with the water and something going on in there.
Well, when we deactivated the cauldron in the cave, the river water eventually cleared up.
Sure, but like people that are zombies don't not become zombies anymore from our experience, right? Once they've gone full zombie?
Not that we know of, but we weren't around any of them for long enough.
We never finished testing Squirmy Jeremy, remember?
What we could do is go back to, what's the very first town where we searched for the brothers?
Pillshire?
Yeah, Pillshire. We could go back to Pillshire and see if anybody there is still a zombie, because remember, they put the crystals all around the town to drain its life energy. Everybody turned into zombies. Then when we went back, they removed all the crystals. So if there are still people there who are zombies, then we'll know that they don't change back. But if they're not zombies, then it fades.
I mean, I fear that that's not reversible, though, Shabba. Like, even if they stop being zombified, they're either really old and they can never get their old lives back, where they've disintegrated to bone dust at this point.
Yeah, as far as we know, they've had their life energy sucked out of them.
Yeah, were these specifically people who had already died and then can't come back as zombies, or were they just super old because of the life energy?
I think we found out that the stones essentially killed them and then made them really old, killed them, and then turned them into zombies.
But what if there are stones that can make things young again, or put energy into things? We never even thought about rescuing all those people, by the way.
Like the fountain of youth.
Yeah, I think that's a bit irrelevant to the conversation, though, Tokas, right? Because we're trying to determine whether we think that the zombification reverses itself in the absence of those stones, right?
So you want to go check on that town?
Pillshire? If you think it's that important at this point.
Well, let's go get our promotion first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or is it necessary to do that if the end goal is to stop the cultists from doing any further harm to the world? Is that just like a smaller thing within the greater context of if we stop the cultists anyway, then it doesn't really matter whether or not these people come back? No offense to those people.
Well, the end result is determining whether the effects that the cultists are engendering are permanent or not.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of bum me out that an entire swath of cities in that area of the kingdom had most of their population eradicated. But listen, we're not necessarily the good guys. Now let's go get that promotion.
Okay.
Great segue.
All right, perfect.
We're just pretending.
We wait until the town bell ringer puts another bell and a half onto the town square, and then we go and do our ceremony.
Does it like match up with the other bell? Like they're two. I'm just picturing like it's like literally down the middle, and then he like kind of
probably
places it. Okay.
Yeah, they probably reforge them and then cut them in half again.
And they're like welding them back together.
Yeah, every half hour.
Every half hour. And then they cut them again the next day.
This is the most sophisticated way of telling time that we've been able to devise.
That certainly keeps the blacksmiths or whoever in business.
Hey, keeps them in a job.
Your jobs are scarce right now. You gotta keep what you have, you know, kingdom. That's not true. Actually, I imagine jobs would be really plentiful with like half the population being wiped off the planet.
Wiped out.
Yeah.
Well, that was in the neighboring country, so...
Oh, well, we don't care then. Let's keep going.
You make your way to Council Chamber B and enter a small circular room. The pathway leads to the central area, which is empty except for a small desk with a parchment and quill on one side. A few rows of benches are set up in concentric circles in a sort of stadium seating arrangement around the perimeter. 4 chairs sit opposite the entrance, with Eldrak sitting in one of them, Elindria Faysworn in another, and 2 others whom you don't know, a pair of half-elves who look like they could be brother and sister. The benches are clearly intended for an audience, although the only one in attendance is an unfamiliar man sitting in the back row.
I stand up on my tiptoes and wave to the Drake. Hi, the Drake! Guys, we know him. That's the Drake.
Oh, that's the Drake. Hey, the Drake. Hey, the Drake.
I thought we were going to pretend to look professional for once, and Tokas like stands at attention.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. And then I get all serious. And then we walk to the center of the room.
And like Stripey also gets on his hind legs and also like tries to look spiffy, right? Did you slick back his hair?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely combed his hair. And I march, like, with my legs straight, like I don't bend my knees as I walk. So I just, like, keep all my limbs straight to look really professional.
Goose stepping into the chamber.
Yeah.
Eldrak speaks. We now begin the review council for the promotion of Tokas Alton, Shabba Dabade, and Azlo Tendertoe. As he talks, you notice the quill on the desk moving on its own, scratching across the parchment.
Guys, we should steal that before this is over.
I, Eldrak Portsund, Steel Saber, preside, with Elindria Faceworn, Mithril Saber, Lilith Lunafira, Mithril Saber, and Laneth Lunafira, Steel Saber, as additional council members.
Yeah.
Your brothers and sisters.
Each of the council members nods in turn as their names are announced. Elindria has a stern and serious expression, showing little emotion.
Yeah, she knows how much we suck. Sorry, please continue. I didn't say that out loud.
I can't believe they made iron level this fast.
That's what she's thinking.
These gotta be the worst bunch of recruits I've seen in a generation.
World's really gone downhill since I became Mithril. Alright, let's stop trying to pretend what she's thinking.
Lilith, the female half-elf, seems relaxed and nonchalant, occasionally whispering something to Laneth or smiling as if she just thought of something amusing. And Laneth, for his part, seems somewhat nervous, almost like he's the one under review, but looks like he's at least trying to uphold decorum. Then Eldrak speaks again. You were tasked with slaying the Beholderkin that had taken up residence in Mycroft's tower. The council will now hear your report.
I take out my googly eye goggles and surreptitiously put them on.
Shabba, you're not helping.
No, Azlo, you're the one to talk about it. I'm just taking out the proof.
We can cut the tension in this room with a knife. And Tokas takes out the silver butter knife or whatever kitchen knife and like cuts the tension and takes a bite.
Good tension.
Yeah, yummy.
This is some spiced tension.
Could use a little salt, though.
Yeah, and I elbow Azlo to...
Oh, yes. The report. We accomplished the task.
He just takes a step back and just stands there.
Yep.
Good sirs and madams, if I may elaborate momentarily, briefly. The Goth was a formidable foe, and a quite scary one. I believe we almost did not pee our pants, but then recanted on that, and definitely did. However, on the day we were victorious, and we also cleared out the rest of Mycroft's tower in the process. The tower is now safe to visit, and I highly recommend...
but don't go in the basement.
Yeah, just stay out of the basement.
No, we killed those little spore monsters in the basement.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yes.
Now you're good then.
I highly recommend that we disarm all traps and turn it into a tourist attraction to generate extra income for the guild.
And start reoperating it as a lighthouse as intended so fewer ships crash on that shore.
Yes. Also, that would be very beneficial to Ormog as a whole. I think if we were able to convince the king to invest a little bit of money, we could fix the place up and flip it around in a couple of months.
Speaking of flipping around, there's a really sweet reverse gravity circle in there that you can make some mad money for the town.
Yeah, we could turn that into some kind of a ride or an attraction.
Oh yeah, show him the grappling hook.
Oh, yeah, I do. I pull out the grappling hook and slowly let it rise up toward the ceiling, and then I pull it back down again. See? Isn't that cool?
Except you accidentally let it go too far, and there's like a mural painted on the ceiling, like the Sistine Chapel, and then it just like knocks a chip off of it. Oops. Sorry about that, guys.
When you pull out the rope, you see Lilith's eyes light up, and she just watches it, nods approvingly.
Wow.
Big eyes. Can I see that for a second?
After the session's over.
Elindria also responds. She says, hearing that the tower is finally completely clear is certainly an appreciated bonus on top of your task. I will have the guild leadership review your suggestion, and we will take the matter into consideration.
Very good. Well, also, there's a strange little creature called a Nothic that we left in there, so someone might want to shoo that guy out of there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He's possibly not dangerous.
He's no problem. He doesn't even matter. He's no problem at all.
Yeah, well, he was no problem to us.
Eldrak nods, says, is there anything else you wish to say as your report?
Only that we were exceptionally brave and valiant. And successful.
Well, actually, we were really scared and we beat it with a sugar bomb. But
Yeah, well, no, I didn't mention the sugar bomb, but I mentioned that we were scared. But yes, it was really sugar that saved the day.
that's our thing, right? Innovative solutions to complex problems.
That's right. That's what the AAA team does best.
We're true to our name, okay?
Yes, we are. We're true to our name, if nothing else. And it is true that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, but a bag of sugar does a whole lot more.
Bag of sugar helps the goth go down.
Helps the menacing go down.
That's right.
Menacing go down. That's so good.
Episode title.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really
Episode
good.
title.
Oh, that's an episode title. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the menacing go down.
bag
That's
full
so
of
A bag
good.
full.
Whatever. That was
Details.
gold.
The only thing we'd like to add to our report is that we are awesome, and we totally deserve this. But that's just from my purely unbiased perspective.
Please use a roll for that.
You note that the quill is writing down every word that is being spoken.
Let's start over. Can we get a new piece of paper?
Nope, we've said everything we need to say here.
Yes, we have.
Eldrek nods again. The report has been received and accepted into the records. Does the council have any additional questions? Elendria leans forward. Defeating a Goth is certainly a challenge befitting an Iron Saber. But what else have you accomplished that shows your competence and loyalty to the guild and the Kingdom of Ormog?
Well, we did go on one mission for the Kingdom of Ormog that we're not at liberty to talk about because it was a secret mission from the king. But
Shabba, stop. The quill is writing. And Tokas steps forward.
Actually, you physically are incapable of talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no, now we're capable of talking about that.
Yeah, but we shouldn't talk about it even though we could, okay?
Wait, you can't talk about it? I don't remember exactly.
I thought he released us.
Yeah, we got that thing removed from us with that scepter thing.
The scepter.
Oh, right.
But let's just handle this, Shabba.
Go ahead.
For once.
Go for it, Tokas.
I know my charisma stinks, but... Alright, so I step forward, and I show them my... What do I have that lets them know I'm part of the lab?
Part of the Alchemist's Guild?
Yeah, I was going to tell them that I'm an abiding, active member of the Kingdom of Ormog community by joining the guild. I plan to give back to the community through countless research projects that I'll do in the future after I put up the mantle of adventuring, which will happen eventually, and I'm in the process of becoming an alchemist.
Very well. That speaks to yourself. What about the others?
Oh, okay, and I step back and look at Azlo. I didn't know this was part of the interview.
Yes, we did do the one task for the king, which, we're probably... I don't know, maybe we can talk about it, but...
We're basically BFFs with King Ormog.
Pretty much.
Guys, we've done some really cool stuff over the months.
Yeah, we did a mission for the king that we're not at liberty to talk about. Like I said, we actually you can ask him. You can ask
That's
Parthen
not gonna help
Stoutheart,
our case.
the
How can
captain
they
of the
trust
guard.
us?
The captain of the guard, Parthen Stoutheart, will vouch for us.
He'll vouch for us, yeah.
Okay.
We should call him as a witness right now to this chamber.
Is he in the chamber right now?
And they snap their fingers and he's here.
Yeah.
What else did we do? Didn't we fight that one cultist in the caves and restore the river?
Yeah, we dismantled the cultist operations in that random cave.
And are actively pursuing that to further ends. We also significantly delayed and or put a stop to the marauding orcs coming up north from Ironfang.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the bridge.
Yep, toward Waspel.
Toward Waspel, yep.
Yeah, we burned the bridge they were building to cross over.
And their plan was to attack the trade routes along the road that goes straight through Ormog. So we've also done that for Ormog.
It's also Elendria, something that I know you are quite familiar with, the Sahuagin menace. We also had our part in the early stages of that.
Stopping it, not part of the menace itself.
Sure, yes, we were not part of the menace itself. But we did intercept some key documents.
Intel.
In that conflict that we were able to deliver to the respective kingdoms to make them aware of that threat early on.
And is any of you on the council aware of a little place called Ildrazar?
They look around at each other. Nope, never heard of it.
Elendria and Lilith both nod and say, Lilith says, of course. Everyone's heard of that place. Any adventurer worth their salt.
Well, we entered that place to seek counsel of sorts, and we received it, and managed to leave alive as well, after killing a horde of kobolds and a giant lizard and some other stuff.
Not very much other stuff.
And some circus bears. We didn't actually kill any circus bears. It's fine.
We did run into a dragon. We did not engage the dragon because you advise bronze members to not get themselves eaten. So we've adhered to guild protocol, as you can see.
Yeah.
Elindria seems satisfied generally with your answers, and she leans back in her chair. Lenneth speaks up next. There have been reports of poor behavior unsuited to Sapphire Saber members. While you've thus far generally succeeded in accomplishing your missions, you haven't exactly stood as the greatest examples of the guild's memberships.
Really? That's odd.
Huh.
Yeah, who submitted that?
I can't imagine where that would
Was his name Olaf?
Yeah, where that would have come from. Those types of reports are clearly not indicative of our typical behavior.
You don't know where it would have come from because there are far too many possible sources.
Nibrin? How could you do us like that?
Nibrin.
Silly Nibrin.
And I nudge Azlo because you should give him the speech.
Were you done speaking, my council people?
My illustrious council people.
I was going to say some indiscretions can be overlooked in newer members, but as you step up in rank, you will continue to be held to higher standards. How do you intend to show your growth and work to bring forth your good character?
Well, couldn't one say that overlooking indiscretions is the greatest discretion? That's the advice my grandpappy gave me.
So your tactic is to blame him if they possibly promote you.
No, I'm simply encouraging the overlooking of indiscretions. I think it's very wise of you.
I think our character speaks for itself. I don't think that we need any explanation there.
Yeah, I mean, look at my character sheet. I've got a 10 in strength. We have really good characters.
I think regardless of our particular conduct, we have shown through our actions, which are far more important, that we care about this kingdom, even though none of us are really from here. We've all come from disparate corners of the globe, and yet we've made our home here, and we've made it our own. And we want to do everything we can to help it succeed and prosper in the future. And I think all of these exploits that we've just mentioned prove that.
We may be a little quirky at times. We may have our idiosyncrasies.
A little rough around the edges.
And some of us may just be idiots. But the fact of the matter remains that in the deepest parts of our heart, we are Ormagians. Or Ormagites.
True sabers.
Yes.
Some of us, even though they shall not be named, have had posters of the Sapphire Saber on their wall growing up.
It's true. Maybe I should be the one to give this speech, and Tokas rolls a speech check.
Again, I would advise against rolling.
Alright, so that is 18 minus my -2. Alright, so I get a 16. Listen, that fanboy that Shabba's talking about is me. I was once a miserable gnome, slaving over an old man's clothes and other things that I don't want to get into right now. Just to make a living, after my whole family was slaughtered in the harrowing of what happened at the Rathgon Hills. From that day on, I knew I wanted to do something so that would never happen again. And these two here, well, okay, even though I'm employed by that one and technically I do what he wants me to do, like, little do they know that I've manipulated them to help me to those goals, to prevent the cult from ever doing something like that to another culture or people group. It's not right what they did, stealing all the life force and gems from my people, or what they did to those other neighboring countries not too long ago. But anyway, we'll work on the whole character thing. Right, you said that as we go up in rank, like, okay, each time, like, our character has to be a little bit better, and we have to be better representatives of the guild. We get that. It's fine. We have members in this group that have excellent charisma rolls that can kind of smooth over any terrible things that we accidentally or intentionally do. So I don't think it's an issue. I think this can be mutual, right? Like, you're looking for more members that are up and coming, and we'll get better. Maybe you should take the time to culture your team members before you just send them out into the world to be a representative of your society here. Just saying. Sorry, that was a pretty rough 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, it started off really good, and then at the end there, just kind of plummeted a little bit.
Back me up on this, Azlo. We've been talking for over a minute.
What it means to say is, we think you're awesome. You're doing a great job.
We can only go up from here.
That's right. I think that as I said, our conduct is not indicative of our performance. The way that we behave may be a little irreverent at times, but it doesn't mean that we're any less dedicated to the guild.
So past performance is not indicative of future results, right?
Mm-hmm. I suppose. Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Lilith then speaks up next. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to ask something too. Kind of answered some of this already, but why did you join the Sapphire Sabers in the first place, and what's your long-term plan as members?
We want to get to the highest level of Sapphire Saberness. And we joined because we wanted to be able to act as vigilantes in the town.
Shabba, no. Shabba, stop. And gently push it backwards.
That has been marked down in the permanent record.
What my associate means to say is that we are simply hoping to be brought into the fold of the Sapphire Sabers. Really just keep our heads down, not make any sudden movements or anything. We just want to be a part of the group here for the greater good.
Yep, we love the benefits, severance package, retirement.
Which I don't think they offer any of that.
Yeah, we're not getting fired.
Oh, I thought this was what this was about because my speech went downhill.
This is our exit interview.
We wouldn't want to be part of any other guild in the world.
Except you already are.
Other than the other guild that you're already a part of?
Yeah, you're the only one of us who is part of another guild.
It's not a guild per se. It's
actually,
like a bunch of nerds.
It's called the Alchemist Guild.
Don't mind that. Don't mind that. I'm totally loyal and committed to this organization.
We're totally bombing.
We're bombing our... We didn't know that this was part of it, Drake. We're sorry.
We reviewed every other Adventurers Guild in town, and you guys had the best benefits, to be honest.
Whenever it's beneficial for me to talk about the fact that I'm in the Alchemist Guild, let's use that. But whenever it's not beneficial, forget that it exists.
I can leave any time you ask. You know, if you need me to prove my loyalty.
Okay, that went well.
We really like the Sapphire Saber because, well, let's be honest, it has a cool name. And also, because once we got into it, we realized, well, it has cool people too. It has, in fact, some of the best people that we've met since we've been here in Inept. And we just want to be part of this group that's doing good things and that's vanquishing evil and making the world a better place, making the world a safer place. And that's really what it's all about.
Well said, Shabba. And Tokas sheds a little tear. I never thought this day would come.
Eldrak turns and looks at each of the other council members, and they nod back to him in turn. The council will now deliberate and take our final vote. We will call you in once again when the matter has been decided. And he motions for you to leave the room.
As soon as we get out of the room, I lift up my sleeves and start fanning out because my armpits because I'm sweating so much.
Oh, Shabba, fan the other way.
This is so nerve-wracking.
This is dreadful. Goliath can really
we
got a strong body stench. Just a lot of you. Maybe that's what it is.
It's true.
So by the rules of the guild, at least 3 of the 4 have to vote in your favor in order for you to advance to the next round.
What?
Oh, boy.
75% favor? They hated us.
Yikes.
I don't even think the Drake is going to vote in favor of us.
Yeah, and it's all their fault that they don't like us. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Their questions were definitely too hard. I mean,
why didn't you charm them over, Azlo, with your dazzling... Why was it me and Shabba that was talking the whole time? That was a mistake.
They're supposed to just say, you did awesome, here's your promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to get interviewed.
This whole, asking us questions thing.
Kind of like standard job interview questions, slightly adapted to the guild.
Yeah. What would you say is your greatest weakness?
Well, we weren't ready.
Well, what is our greatest weakness? That's the question.
I think we came off as withholding information. Mm-hmm. I think we came off as not trustworthy because of that. And Tokas is just like, he's got his face in his hands and he's like, my dream is not going to come true, guys.
Tokas, listen, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine.
It's not okay.
It's
not okay.
We told them all about all the awesome exploits we've done, and like Shabba said, our heart is in the right place. Even if our methods are a bit unorthodox, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll make it.
I mean, if they don't let us go to iron level, all we have to do is go find another goth and kill it, right? I mean, then surely they'll let us in.
I wonder who ratted us out for not having good character.
I know. I really want to know that, too.
Our characters are awesome.
It was probably Ribbon End.
Ugh,
maybe.
Because he's literally the only other person in the guild that we know.
Could be that guy that we kept annoying at the guild, the Alchemist Guild.
Maybe someone found that knoll head that I kicked under the table.
There's so many things that we've done that could be what they ratted us out on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that null head. What happened to that?
Or the fact that we've been seen with Blackblade several times.
That's true.
There's that.
Yeah.
And if anybody searched our rooms right now, they would find 3 cultist robes.
Oh yeah, they totally know about the package, don't they? Like they screen the mail, don't they?
Did you leave those like just laying on the bed?
Oh, I left those in the hallway. Oh
no. Yeah, I left them on the coat rack, just hanging there.
We got no chance. We got no chance.
Gosh, we're done for.
I think the girl, though, the one that seemed a little out there, I think she'll vote for us because she wanted to play with the 0G grappling hook.
Yeah, she wanted to play with the grappling hook for sure. She's a little spaced out.
So she wants to be in our good graces.
That's why I withheld it.
Smart. That was good, Azlo.
Yeah.
Good job.
So we got one vote for sure. What about her brother? I think if she can convince her brother, then all we need is either the Drake or Elendria.
I don't think... what was her name again?
Elendria.
I don't think she's going to vote yes for us. I think she's the no. I think we have to put an end to her.
But the Drake and us we're good buds. We're good friends. He'll vote for us, surely.
I don't know, man. I think we're kind of a nuisance to him, too. We don't treat our barkeeps really well. We got maybe, you know what? Maybe we do need to turn over a new leaf a little bit.
What, give him a higher tip?
Maybe, no. Maybe we do start to act like the heroes. Nah, that's a dumb idea. I don't know where I got that from.
Yeah, forget about that.
You hear some muffled voices inside the chamber. Sounds like some of them are shouting back and forth.
That doesn't sound good.
Yikes.
That doesn't sound good at all.
That sound good.
That's not good. Unless they're shouting about who gets to play with the grappling hook first. Yeah, some brothers and sisters are like that. I hope that's what's happening.
I hope so.
It does sound like one male and one female voice, but you can't be sure who it is through the thick door.
That could be many different combinations.
After about 10 minutes altogether, the door opens up. It seems like it just opens on its own.
Okay, wait, let's work on this, guys. Let's look really, really prim and proper. Tokas again pops out his chest and
we straighten up.
All heroic and soldier-like.
Yep, I don't bend my knees or my elbows as we walk into the room.
Shabba, you're not a robot. Wait, whatever. And we come on in.
Guys, that only took 10 minutes. That's either really good or really bad sign.
We march to the center of the room.
Once you've taken your places, Eldrak looks towards you, says,